This is Rich and Hydrated. It's your favorite legendary opinionated Amerislav. And here I have a friend, business bomb, bitch, baby, winner, Kepooo.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bara. I'm so glad to be here. This was long coming. So I'm so excited.
So before we go into anything, if you're listening to this, I'm gonna need you to find this episode on the Instagram and the Facebook because Kepooo, she's like our real life Vogue Barbie. And I'm gonna have you, I like the listeners and watchers. I'm gonna need you to go to her like social media and check out like Vogue is not ready. Whatever fucking fancy magazines we have out there, I don't know anything about except Vogue, but any other ones, the high end ones, like they're not ready.
They're
They
not
are
ready at
not
all,
ready.
apparently. Thank you so much, Bara. I
Your
didn't see that
pictures are
one
so
coming.
fucking fab. I mean, you're gorgeous, obviously. That's why the
Thank
pictures are fucking
you.
fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you, darling. So are you. I will not I will spare the listeners and the viewers all everything that I want to say about Bara when we were at the retreat and I was seeing her do the photo shoot. I was like, damn, sis. Okay.
It was so
Okay.
fun. It was
That
so
was a lot
fun.
of fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, if right now someone was writing a movie about you or a book about you,
Mhm.
what is this chapter called?
Oh my gosh. This is so good, Bara. Oh, this chapter that I'm in right now,
Mm-hmm.
it's called the vortex.
Ooh,
I'll tell you why. It's called the
tell me.
vortex because this is the part where most people quit because when you're not seeing the tangible results yet, you've been putting stuff out, right? And on the home front or like maybe job front, it's like, okay, I haven't worked in a 9 to 5 job in 3 4 months, so revenue has dried up there, right? I'm waiting for a bunch of checks, a bunch of things to come in the mail, and it's like I'm just in this like limbo. But guess what? The vortex is where the version of you who is going to lead is made. I have met a new version of myself, and I continue to meet a new version of myself almost on a daily basis now. Where, what's the point? Let me just take a chill pill to this. Like, no, we keep going no matter what, because that is the difference between people who start and stop all the time, which I have been before, and people who actually follow through and get to the gold pot at the end of the rainbow. It is the ones that are willing to just keep going when, one, they are not seeing the tangible results yet. Two, it's boring as fuck. You're like, I have to do this again today. I did it yesterday and I did it 2 days ago. Fuck, I've done it all week and I've not even gotten anything. It's when you don't feel like it, you're tired, you've had a long day, life is life in, and all these things, but you still do it anyway. You know that, okay, I got a very not great, pleasant news from the bank today, but guess what? I still got to stay hydrated, still got to make my bed, still got to work out, I still have to create my content. I still have to network with people in industry, either for clients for my coaching business or for my next 9 to 5 job. My next 9 to 5 job, because I actually want it to be something that I'm fucking good at. And I'm so good at many things. I'm like, you know what? I'm no longer going to be an opportunist. My next job that I'm going to hold while I build my business, I want it to be something that I actually really love. So I'm taking my time with that as well. So, regardless of what is going on in my life, I need to keep showing up no matter what. And that is the vortex, because that is where all the voices will come up and say, hey, you see, you're here again. Remember that last time when you tried and you failed? You see now. Look at all the money you spent last year. Mhm. In fact, oh, you know what? Let's scroll back to that part of your video where you were so excited when you started. Okay, so what has happened now? Nobody even loves you. Which one of your family members and friends have actually asked you, so how is business going? You see now you are lonely. Your business is not really going. You thought that you would be making 5 figures a month by now. What are you doing? You know that you're not even really good at this thing. If they even like open you up, maybe they'll even see that you're just a fraud. You're not even for real. You're just struggling. Look at Bar. Look at how she's winning. Wow, 11K day. What did you make in 1 month? Like, shut the fuck up. That is the vortex.
And so one thing you mentioned is that you did the stop and go before.
Yes.
What changed?
Mm-hmm. Several things changed. Number one, I stopped trying to do it alone. Very important. Not that I haven't been part of communities before, but I finally found a really great community, which is the one that we are both in, right? In the Waba community. It's so good. I'm preaching to the choir here, but I guess I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everyone listening and watching. But it is a place where you might be having an off day and you go in there, you see somebody else having an off day as well, and they were like, but I still did this anyways. Or you see someone saying, oh, I was having an off season and guess what? Things just turned around. We learn from each other. It's called social learning. If you want to go fast, go alone, but you burn out very quickly. If you want to go very far, I don't know who said that quote, is not mine. You go with others. So that's one. The second thing that changed is I embraced the hard because I learned excuse me, there is no easy way out. Hold on. I'm gonna be coughing for a while.
Take your time. Did you swallow in the wrong hole?
Sometimes it happens like that. Like a little speck will just go the wrong way.
Right. And you're like, water, why are you betraying me here?
Okay, I'll say it. Number two, I embrace the hard. The reason why I stopped a lot of those times was because I did not expect it to be hard. Also, sometimes I was actually just sold a bag of goods. Oh, you just need to do, soft life girl. You just need to post a few days a week and, everything will happen. Bullshit. Bullshit. If it's worth having, life will test your vision.
And also, I feel so I don't subscribe to like, things are harmful or stuff. It's online. You can fucking turn your phone off. But the soft girl era, boy, I wanted that to be true so badly. Like
Oh my.
I come from a hard background, right? So it's not that I'm unused to being hard, but I was just like, whoa, you mean to tell me that it can be like super easy? Okay,
And we can
please.
just do it.
I can just
But
exist.
Bara, imagine how boring life would be if it were
Oh,
like that.
100%.
We
100%.
think that that's what we want, but actually that's not what we want. Imagine if there were no fire to burn the carbon weird looking thing that now becomes a diamond. Like imagine that would just be like, ugh. So that was number two. Number three is I committed. I actually committed to the journey. There is a difference between when you're interested, it might show up as commitment. You do the things, but when it gets hard, or when it's not convenient, you always come up with an excuse. There'll always be a reason to not follow through, to not finish, or to not do it that day. But when you are committed, you find a way. You
Mhm.
will find a way. And that is a very important distinction for people who are still working a 9 to 5 or hustling in another part of life and they want to start something for themselves.
So yeah, because that's your person, right? You are
Yes.
working with people who are still working or have worked a 9 to 5 and are now
Mhm.
looking to start a business for themselves.
Yes.
So all the, like, obviously the golden handcuffs, like, you just have to show up for a system that someone else has created, and
Yep.
you are helping people through the mental turbulence that shows up when it's all dependent on you yourself.
hmm Because it's a whole I love the phrase you use, mental turbulence. It is a lot of mental turbulence to shift your identity from a 9 to 5er to an entrepreneur. I was having this conversation with my sister yesterday too, because she is also trying to start her own online business. And she was like, man, it's a huge identity shift. I was like, yes, because at 9 to 5, we do something, and this lump sum check or deposit appears in our account. When you're starting your own business, you actually need to drum up the clients that are going to come pay you, and that will take some time. And it's not going to come in lump sum payments, not immediately at least. And you can even testify that even in business, sometimes you might have dips, you might have lows, and you have, high months, and until you get to a certain point where you have like your worst month is a certain amount, like maybe it's 10 grand a month, like, oh, that's a bad month, but you have like a baseline. But there is that identity shift that needs to happen. It needs to happen for even showing up on a daily basis. When you're at a 9 to 5 job, guess what? If you don't show up, your ass is on the line, right? There are immediate consequences for not doing what you're supposed to do. You could easily lose that lump sum that is coming into your account every other week. But when you're working for yourself, I mean, it's Tuesday. You might, like, oh, you know what? I worked hard on Monday. I still have the rest of the week. I can just chill out and start my day at 11 today. No consequences, not immediately. But, babe, when that thing dries up and nobody is knocking on your door and asking for your services, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I guess I need to show up. Nobody is going to yell at you. No one is looking at you if you decide to skip skip a step, or if you try to cut corners, or you try to just do the bare minimum to get by. No one's gonna care, but you will suffer. And it's like
It's
the boiling, go on, yeah.
No, business is like fitness. Like you can
Yes.
skip today. You can even eat very bad today.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can totally do it. You won't feel that tomorrow. You might not even feel it next week, but give
Yeah.
me a few weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, and the pants are not gonna fit anymore, and you're gonna get out of breath. So the pants is the business money, right? Like all of a
Yeah.
sudden, no clients showing up, the money. Yeah, it's so true.
Yep, it's very, very true, and it takes a lot of upgrading your mindset,
Hmm.
because the truth of the matter is, as an employee, you're just learning to just be a doer. Yeah, at the high levels, which is the kind of people that I coach, yeah, they have to think and all of that, but you're still compensated as a doer. Like, you, it's not really up to you, really. Like, you just need to show up and do your little part of the big machine that is just well oiled, right? But when it's your own business, it's just a completely different identity shift. You now actually really need to think like a true owner. You need to think like somebody who wants to have a legacy. You need to think like a responsible adult. Imagine that. You need to be self-led.
So, and one thing that really stood out to me that you said is that committing, right?
Yeah.
And I feel that a lot of people still get lost in like the mental meaning of committing, which is very like, again, I'm saying I'm doing the thing, I'm showing up, but very bare minimum, or it has these as long as I'm showing up, as long as I feel good. I'm showing up as long as I have enough sleep. I'm showing up as long as the kids are good. I'm showing up, as whatever the as
Mhm.
long as is.
Yeah.
What was the difference for you between, starting the business, starting your direction, and then really committing?
What was the difference?
Because this is, and by the way,
How I
because
showed up?
it's not a one night thing. It's not a one time, right? Like you're
Oh,
deciding I'm
no.
a commit.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, it's an ongoing thing. So that I understand your question, what was the difference in how I was showing up, right? Okay, yeah, I get what you mean now. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's very simple. And this is something that I tell people that I work with. You just need to impeach your excuses. Like, you actually need to put them to death, and and face yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, well, how bad do you want this, bitch? How bad do you want it? Because most of the time, when we're talking ourselves out of something, it is our brain trying to protect us from going out of our comfort zone because they want to conserve energy. That is the brain will do its job till you die. It's going to try and conserve energy. It's like, Barry, you want to do what? No, 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 no. We're not used to doing this. Our autopilot is when we get back from work, we don't even look at laptops anymore until maybe we need to send something after dinner, and we just click on Netflix and we watch. What do you mean you want to work for an hour on your business? What is that? We're not doing that, you know? So, but the thing is, you have to have a conversation with your brain like, okay, brain, I get what you're trying to do. Thank you. You're trying to help me. But guess what? You helped me get here, but now you need to move away into the passenger seat and I need to do the driving because I know where I want to take my life. Because you think you're conserving energy for me here. My life, I don't want to be doing what I'm doing at my 9 to 5 job forever. So that feels harder to me. So you need to actually like feel I had to feel the difference between what my brain was perceiving as hard and what was truly hard. My brain was perceiving showing up for myself even at the most inconvenient time as hard, but what was really hard was every time at work having that silent that knowing in your brain that is like, is this really it? When am I going to do all the amazing things I dream of doing in my life? How long am I going to do this 9 to 5 thing for where I don't truly have the time, location, and financial freedom that I want for my life? When am I going to do that thing where I actually really shine in my genius zone? Like, when am I going to do that for me? When am I going to self actualize? That is painful. It's very painful to wake up at 2 in the morning. And you're like, what am I doing in my life? What do I do? I don't see myself doing this next 10 years. I want to have time to see my family. I want to live life. I want to feel alive again. That part is fucking painful. And anytime I want to talk myself out of doing anything, but I'm like, okay, so if somebody invited me to go to a party now or invited me to do something that I really, really love doing, would I go? If the answer is yes, there's no excuse. Go and face whatever it is that you want to do. Or I'll just remind myself, if you don't do this now, that means you are saying yes to this other life that you want to get out of. Yeah. I
Do
make
you
it
think
simple.
anyone and everyone can become a business owner?
No, no. And that's okay. I'll tell you why. It's just a fact that 80% of humans, at least 80%, maybe 90, never actually self-actualize.
Mm.
They just don't. Most people listening to this are actually not going to fulfill the destiny of their lives. And I'm not cursing you guys. I'm not cursing you. It's just the statement of a fact. So you kind of have to fight. It's almost like you have to fight for that thing that you came to this earth to do. Because when you don't have a plan for your life or a vision for your life, you will become part of someone else's plan. Most people end up at another job working for somebody else as part of someone else's plan. They're making somebody else's way wealthier. And yeah, they retire with something is decent. They make some good investments, but they never really like made it. And they know deep down. And the reason why is this because it's hard. That's it. There is no, it's hard. And like I said, the brain is going to protect you. And if you don't know what is actually going on, you will go along with your brain thinking, oh, yeah, yeah, it's a logical thing for me to do. Of course, why would I? I've worked so hard at my 9 to 5 job. I deserve to rest every time I get some time to rest, right? I am a VP, I'm a COO, you know, my family is proud of me, my salary is good.
Hey, Everyone listening right now, Kepo just fell off. I'm assuming she'll be right back. Let's see. We have some connection excitements. 1 second. Let's see. Are we back? Are we? Oh, what? Are we back? No, still not. I can see you. No, not yet. Oh no, your screen. Your maybe try a different camera or trying to take turn your. Yes, you're back.
Okay, good. That was weird. Okay. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. So you know what stood? Oh, you froze right now. Oh no, are you back?
I'm back. Is this
Everyone, we're just gonna have a little break.
is this
Yes.
something I'm doing? Like, is it
Oh no. The internet. We're breaking the internet, everyone.
so weird?
Oh no. Is it giving you an error? No. Let's try it again. Hey. No. Y'all, we broke the internet. We just broke the internet. Kepo was spitting such truth. My girl here was spitting such truth that it broke the internet. Like, this is what happens. I cannot see you yet, by the way. Yes, I can see you. Hi.
I almost don't want to say anything because every time I try to talk, it disappears.
I was
Okay.
just saying, like, we just broke the internet. And like
Yeah.
I have this theory that when you're like on a roll and you're about to like slash the spiritual powers that try to keep people stuck, that they're like, no, we must prevent her from telling the truth.
Cut it off quick.
So,
Because that
but
was
see,
weird, right?
internet being internet. So you know what I would love for you to touch on is that
Yeah.
a lot. So when you say like, "Hey, I'm willing to do the hard stuff,"
Yeah.
for a lot of people, because let's be honest, if you are in our circles, you're not in a third world country, like right. You're like you live an
Yeah.
okay life. You live an okay life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, And when you live an okay life, you almost don't really experience hard stuff. And the only hard stuff that you experience is the stuff that happens to you, right? So like illness or whatever the fuck, like, But so when you tell people, like, hey, you need to embrace the hard, like the first thing they say is like, but I've already been through trauma. I don't want more trauma. Why would I want to do that? And that's not what we're talking about. What does
Right.
hard look like for you on a daily basis?
Hard for me on a daily basis is showing up the way the best version of myself would actually show up. Every day I work on closing that gap. It is hard. It is because 95% of what we do as humans is out of habit.
Yeah.
We're habitual creatures. We form habits very quickly. And it's very hard to break out of that. And the business that you dream of, the big life you dream of, is on the other side of the person that is doing all the hard stuff. It's that it requires a different version of you.
Mhm.
That much I know. I know that all these things that I'm dreaming of, all the things that I'm building, it needs a different version of me, because the Kepooo that got me here cannot take me there, right? We cannot solve. I think it was Einstein. Is Einstein's quote? You can't solve a problem with the same mindset that you have that you had when you created the problem. So it is hard to raise up to that standard. If it were easy, and that the proof is this: if it were easy, bar, we will not. This would not be the topic of our podcast. Everybody will be doing it. It is actually hard to go against the grain. The normal thing is to just do what you can, join the job force, get paid by somebody, let somebody else go do the thinking and go be the visionary. It's very hard to actually like, that's why it's called self-actualization, and that's why it's at the very top of Maslow's hierarchy. There's a reason for that, right? First you take care of all the basic needs, certainty, food, shelter, protection, all of those things. But then the highest thing is self-actualization. It's literally your entire life's work, your entire life's journey. That for me is hard. It's not about trauma or whatever. And if you're carrying around your trauma like your badge of honor, fuck you, because like what whoever is listening to this thing, you have not seen trauma, period. You haven't seen it because you have not been to all parts of the world. Whatever you think your trauma is, somebody else has gone through worse and they've done way more with their lives than you have or will ever do. Because and my trauma. Nobody gives a fuck about your trauma. Get up and do the fucking work. Period. We all have our stories. We all have crutches and things that we can lean on and say, oh, but look at me. This is my story. Your life is not based on the past or your trauma or whatever. It's about where you're taking it to at the end, right? Maybe it was even you that said this one day about it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. I don't know. I feel like you were there when we're having that kind of conversation. Is nobody cares where you started from. And if you don't, you said something, you said that there are people that are probably in our world, they're living an okay life, right? So maybe they don't really understand what hard looks like. But let me paint a picture for these types of people. Fast forward whatever you're doing with your life right now, your the current habits you have, everything that you're doing, how you're showing up. Let's say you continue to do that for the next 5 to 10 years. What is your life going to look like? If you like that, by all means, continue. But chances are 99.9997% chance that there is a huge gap in how you're really showing up and how you ought to be showing up if you actually want to have the kind of future that you dream of. If you cannot imagine what hard is, imagine waking up 10 years from now and you are still exactly where you are with the same bucket load of shit excuses. You haven't really made any progress. You've tried, you started, you stopped. And other people that embrace the hard shit and the uncomfortable new things, they've just like they're aeons ahead of you. That's hard. So if you don't know what hard is, if you don't have something that is actually driving you, you need to generate the hunger yourself. And that is the biggest and most powerful force that will get you to that next level. That hunger is necessary. But if you're okay with the mediocre life, if you're okay with having average results, if you're okay with having an average life experience and not really enjoying everything that you were supposed to truly enjoy, both the good, the bad, and the ugly, that everything coming together for you, then yeah, just continue doing what you're doing. But we're not interested in that.
Right. What were some of the biggest surprises in the best way that you've learned now that you are on your own, like next level self
Yeah.
actualization? Help me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actualization.
Yeah.
Actualize. What were some of the, because we all think it's gonna look a certain way, right? I'm gonna do the hard, I'm gonna show up, show up, show up. Money's gonna come in this way. I'm gonna do that. But usually the lessons along the journey are completely different. What have you learned about yourself that you didn't know was gonna happen or that you were gonna learn?
Um, that has helped me to self-actualize.
Self actualize. See, but what's the verb? Self actualization. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, self actualization is the, I guess, the noun or the whatever, and then the verb is to self actualize. What
Yes.
are some unexpected things that helped me to learn about me, right?
Hmm.
That I got to know about me. Okay. Um, hmm, let me think about this, because there's been a few things even recently that I
Hmm.
was like, oh, okay. Oh yes. Oh, sounds so good. I thought I was confident until when I went to Ed Milet's house and I was surrounded by, I think I was basically the weakest link there, so to speak. Like if you're looking in terms of revenue, right? Like
You were just a baby.
I
The
was just a baby.
yeah.
Everybody there, I was like, everybody was like making millions a year. And I'm like, what am I doing here? And all of a sudden I started to shrink. And I
Hmm.
realized that even though I had a mental agreement with the fact that my confidence is based on me going through uncomfortable situations, keeping my promises I make to myself, I didn't know that there was also still a missing piece. I did not know that in reality, my functional belief is very different from my mental belief. My functional belief, which is how I really show up, is oh, my confidence is attached to my achievements, very
Hmm.
specifically my financial achievements.
Okay.
And I shrunk so much in that room. By the time I went up to the hot seat for Ed Milet to talk to me, I was just like a shadow of myself. And
Hmm.
Ed picked up on it, was like, you're actually way more confident. You're a fighter, I can tell, but you're shrinking. And I told him why. I was like, I feel intimidated. And so I learned that I needed to start attaching my confidence not only to those things that I mentioned earlier, but to my intent. What is my intention? I am stepping out into the world. I know that I'm really, really good at helping people identify their genius zone. I'm really good at helping them step into that next best version of themselves that they need to be to build a business that they love. That's good enough. It's good enough that I have the intention to just be the best person I can be in this life and to leave this world empty because I emptied myself of everything that I came to this world to give it. And that should be enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I didn't know, and just knowing that has just really helped me to just like level up and stop being so concerned about hierarchy of people. Like, this person is pretty high
They're
up,
better or they're further away.
further away, or people's like, oh, this person is earning more than me. Like, it's okay, it's fine. I'm here now. I'm showing up. I have the best of intentions to just as they did when they were at the stage that I'm at now in my life, which is the beginning of their own business or career. So that shocked me, and this is like
Mm.
just 4 months ago, right? I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so it's something that I've been bringing to the forefront of my mind and just like really helping myself to level up in that area. Like I look confident, I sound confident. People say that sometimes when I talk, it sounds like I'm saying my word is bond, like my word is law. But deep down, there was some foundational issues that just made me crumble in the room.
And what, cause I would like to hear like an example. Do you think so? Was it because you thought that, the people were looking down upon you for not making the same
Oh,
money? They wouldn't take you seriously. Like, what was the flavor of it?
yeah. It was me feeling like I didn't have anything to add in the room.
Hmm.
Like
Mhm.
feeling almost like I don't belong here.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And feeling like I don't even have anything to say to this person. Where do I start? Like, you've done so much. Um, and me also thinking that because of that, they're not even going to take me seriously. I'm going to be so occupied with what I think they're thinking of me, when in real life they're actually not thinking any of those things, right? It's always in our heads.
Well, yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. And I think it's so important that we still like talk about stuff that show up in our head
Yeah.
as we're traveling the ladder, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
otherwise, it feels like you're if you're still starting to climb, it feels like you're all alone. Like, oh, me and my head must be so weird. Like I
Yeah.
have all these like mean thoughts. I must be
Yeah.
all alone.
Exactly. No. No. Like we all have it, and sometimes some people that I even talk to, that maybe they've made so much money or they achieved a certain title in life. When you start talking to them just as a fellow human being, you're like, oh my gosh, at whatever level it is, we still all have similar struggles, because the human needs don't change regardless of how successful you are. They don't change. You need certainty, you need variety, you need love and connection, you need to feel like you're contributing to something, you need to feel like you're growing, like you need all those things. So the end. So it doesn't really matter, like it's just that maybe at level of someone who's making $1 million a month, for example, maybe their business problems might be different, but it's still the same flavor of whatever interpersonal issues that there is. Still, it's just a different flavor of it. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Um, tell me, who are you working with? What are y'all working on? Like what can people find you for, and how are you
Oh
gonna
yeah, yeah. I love this question. So I am working with people who have spent quite a good amount of time in corporate America, corporate
Mhm.
Canada, or corporate life.
Corporate, yeah.
They're earning six figures. They are actually really good at their job.
Mhm.
They're good at their job. They're like maybe partners, COO, C level, director, VP. And everybody loves them. Their colleagues love them, all that good stuff. But they're not happy. Not really.
Mhm.
They have sacrificed their great life in favor of the good life. And deep down, they keep wondering, but there's got to be more. But what about those big dreams I had when I first started out? I thought I would be further along than I am right now. Look at Jenny from high school. She's running a bunch of businesses. Like, I did better than her in high school. Like, how did it? Like, when we started off, it seemed like I was going to be the one who was going to, but I'm caught in between this rock and hard place of everyone around me, my loved ones, everyone, they all feel like I should be grateful for this job. I should be grateful for what I do, but I know that I want more. But I feel bad. I don't even know if I should admit it, but I do want more and I want to do more. But I
Mm.
don't know. I don't know where to start. I know I'm a genius at something, a few things, and I want to be able to monetize that. And I don't know where to start or how to. I don't even know what my genius is. Those are my people. Those are my people, because I will help them, first of all, with their identity. We talked about that earlier. I'll help them identify their genius zone, solidify who they actually really need to be serving with that genius,
Mhm.
help them craft their one in a million offer, as in the one that they can give their clients the way only they can,
Mhm.
right? That makes it irresistible. And I help them land their first paid client. And because I know their lives, they're busy 9 to 5 hours, I really, really help them in living a leveraged life, because it's about who know how, right? Living a leveraged life, either with how they are doing certain things, like even down to cleaning. Who is cleaning your house? Who's cooking your house? Cooking your house, cooking your food. And then also helping them to leverage their lives with AI. A lot of people think leveraging their lives with AI is putting a bunch of prompts in chat GPT. It's like, no, 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 no. We want to take it from level 0 of AI to level 3. Yeah. And
That
they can
looks,
find me on Instagram. That's the best place. Grow with Kepo.
I love it. I love it. And you like you have such a like a pretty life to watch. For one, because you are very pretty, but like you
Oh, thank you.
travel and you really take us everyone on a journey. So
Hmm.
it's really like you're so fun to follow.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try. I try. I think I'm that's another thing for me that I'm trying to get better at. There's some things that, so we talked about this when you and I were on my podcast. It's so close to you that you don't even notice it. Like, I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I'm like, oh, it is. Oh, I guess that's something I can share because I'm like, oh, what? Not everybody is sitting and watching the sunset every day. Oh, because I can't even see the sunset from where they're sitting. Never mind. I guess I'll talk about that too. So it's really really awesome to be able to share that with people. So
I
yeah.
love it. We'll put all the links everywhere and in the
Mhm.
details and in the bio. And then, yeah. So everyone, if you are, I don't want to say stuck because you might be stuck in a 9 to 5, or you might just work a 9 to 5 and be like, no, it's kind of okay. But if you've had that kind of like that feeling, that little, it's like a
Mhm.
little tickle kind of in the back of your mind, in the back of your spirit. That's like, but what about our big dreams? Then you need to
Yeah.
go work with Kepooo.
Thank you, darling. Yes, y'all need to come and let's figure this thing out because it's time to stop saying no to the big life because it's very very possible for you while my
Yes.
eyeliner
Oh, there we
runs
go.
even though I'm not sweating.
Everyone, this was Rich and Hydrated. Links follow. Again, you must follow everyone everywhere below. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. Thank you for being online here with me, babe.
Thank you. Thanks for